say about these conversations to this morning. All right, so let's get straight into it. And like I mentioned, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission today closes the door to new applications by aspirants seeking to be on the ballot in the August general election. Hundreds of aspirants who will run as independents are expected to submit the final applications after they obtained a court order last week, pushing the submissions deadline to today. Over 4,000 aspirants are expected to contest the August election as independents.
Watu wamefika huku juzi bado hawajahudumiwa, and we were told by the registrar of parties that IEBC has not communicated that the deadline is today.
Ni haki ya kila mmoja wetu kuhakikisha kwamba ametoka hapa na certificate yake, watu waende wamenyane, wananchi wenyewe waamue.
Let's now link up with Raquel Muigai. She is our reporter, reporting live from Westlands. Raquel, thank you very much for joining us. So last week it was really a buzz of activity, and hundreds of aspirants who are going at it as independents were there trying to just make the final submissions. Today is the D-Day. What is the situation like there?
Thank you so much, Betty. The situation here is actually really calm, and it just looks collected, and it also looks more organized as compared to the other previous weeks, whereby there were a lot of aspirants who were gathered here outside. But today, the process is running on smoothly. Just earlier on, when we had arrived here at around 9 a.m. in the morning, we only found like a bit, around 50 aspirants, not more than 100 actually aspirants who are here, and they were moving in groups of 10. And if you can just look behind me and see that the numbers of aspirants present here is not as high, given that today is actually the final day or the legal deadline that has been given by the IEBC. But just to get a brief of what exactly is going on, I'd just like to have one aspirant to just talk to us and tell us what their expectations are at this point, and how they have felt about the whole process of being cleared by the Office of the Registrar of the Political Parties, and even as they move on towards the IEBC. Habari yako?
Ni mzuri sana.
Tafadhali unaweza katueleza jina lako, kama ulikuwa kwa chama ipi, na ni kwa muda upi ambao umekuwa ukikuja kwa ofisi hizi hapa?
Mimi naitwa Spora Kwambuka Micheka kutoka Kisii County. Nilikuja on Saturday, lakini hatukuhudumiwa, tukaambiwa tukuja on Monday. Na vile nimekuja nimeona tunashughulikiwa vyema. Sijaona shida yoyote. Tunaendelea kushughulikiwa. Kwanza ninajivunia nchi yetu ya Kenya, kuwa mzaliwa wa Kenya, na vile nchi yetu inaendelea na usalama. Tunaendelea kumtukuza Mungu, na watu wetu wapate kuwa na amani kila mahali, kila mtu atangaze amani. Na wakati utakaofika wa election, ninaomba watu wetu wa Kisii County wanichague kama mama wa Kisii County.
Asante sana. Also, just to have another aspirant here, if you can just tell us your name, what position are you vying for, and for how long have you been coming to this office here for clearance?
Okay, my name is Hezron Zigona Ndicho. I'm vying for MCA. I've been here for like 2 weeks now. The only problem I'm being told, there's a problem with my symbol. Now, I don't know where to start, because every time you come here, you're told to wait. So our problem is there's an efficiency with the people who are working here. There's a problem, and we don't know. We are not told anything. We're just in the line waiting.
So what time did you arrive here today in the morning?
I arrived at around 6 in the morning. I was here. And we are still queuing, we're still waiting. No information you're getting. So we're just requesting them. Being the last day of the submitting our documents, they at least let us know anything, and we know our position as, are we to go for the elections or not?
If I can have any other candidate or aspirant who is willing to speak, please could you move closely? Songa karibu tafadhali. Anyway, Betty, the situation here is better than as compared to the other or the previous days. But I'd just like also to have a communication from within an official at the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties to just explain to us and just give us an overview of how the process has been, given that today is the deadline. There has been a problem of symbols that independent candidates are supposed to have, which has brought a lot of issues among these aspirants who have been camping here for now almost 4 days. And right now I'm joined by Joshua Ngala, who is the communications person here at the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties. Asante sana. Could you please just give us an overview of the process that is taking place here, and probably just mention it, what exactly is bringing about the issue of symbols, and what criteria are you using to verify the symbols?
Thank you. What we are doing currently is we are clearing independent candidates. The law requires that a person aspiring as an independent candidate must get clearance from the Office of the Registrar, and that's what we are doing. We've cleared quite a number. So far we've done about 2,200. Those are the ones that have been issued with letters of clearance. Number one, we give them 2 letters. One, to show that they are not members of a party 90 days to elections, which today is the deadline. Number 2, we also give them letters to show that their symbols have been cleared. Those are the 2 clearances that they take to IBC. Then they're also supposed to fill 2 forms from the IEBC. One, to show that their intention to vie as independent candidates. Then another form for submission of their symbols. So far, I think today we've experienced quite a small number, because being that it's the deadline today, we expected a big number, but I think we've cleared with the pendings. The people you see here, most of them are people who have come for collection. They're not really applying, but they have come to collect their clearance. There are those who had applied before, like last week, because on Saturday we were not working. We just opened today.
So do you have the numbers for probably the political seats, or the 6 seats that are being vied for? Do you have probably the breakdown of how many independent candidates that we do have for those seats?
So far we've not clustered them. We have just a long list. We are going to do that after we have compiled all our applications, and then we'll segregate them into the positions that they're applying to. Yeah.
And what about the issue of the symbols? Many of the aspirants here have been complaining of the symbols, that each and every time they have been returned, they have been told to come back over and over again.
Yes, there are those who have submitted symbols that are similar to other candidates. It is a requirement that symbols should not be the same, so that there's no confusion between the voters. And that is the intention of the law. And we've turned away not so many, quite a number. There are those who have resubmitted, and that's what we're also dealing with today. When somebody has submitted a symbol that is similar to another one that we rejected, then we tell them to resubmit. Then we also approve. If that symbol is okay, then we approve, then we give them a clearance letter.
Thank you so much. Betty, just as you've had, they've been able to clear at least 2,200 at the moment, and looking from how the situation is at this specific place, it looks okay. And at least by the end of probably business hours, all these aspirants who have been here will have been cleared and will be able to meet the deadline, which is today, that expects them to have not been registered as political party members, just 90 days to the general elections. Betty.